In this video here, I'm going to go over a fun little exercise. It's just changing direction on line. And I've got a row of cones set up on this side over here, red cones. I've paced them off to be about 8 paces apart. And so I was just going to show you how I set this up. So the way I do this is I've got 4 cones set up on a straight line, 8 paces apart. So I'm going to pace off 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go straight away from this line 8 paces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to place my first cone down here. So it's like it's halfway in between those 2 cones. And then I'm just going to go off 8 paces down again. And you can go 8 to 12 paces, somewhere in there is a good range. So I'm just going to pace off here, and then I'll get into showing you what we're going to do with this. All right, so I'm here with Olay. She's a 5-year-old quarter horse, and I've had her for a little while, and getting her going, getting her started on her saddle and going, and she's doing really well. I've never done this pattern with her, so I'm gonna just kind of walk you through it, show you how I would take a horse that's never started this and how do we go with it. So I'm at the end of this line of 2 cones. I'm standing between the 2 cones. I've got the green over here and the red over here. The green cone is my first cone. It's the closest one to me. So that's the cone I'm going to start with. So I'm going to send my horse to that cone. So I'm going to set up, send her off towards the cone. I'm going to walk to the cone. As she goes around it, I'm going to invite her back, step back. I change my hands. I send the stick underneath the rope. I open my hands, and then I ask her to send off right to the red cone. Can I direct her around the red cone, invite her back to me, change hands. So I stick the stick underneath the rope. Bring the stick back, send the front back towards the green cone. Send her around, invite her to me, open up, and ask her to go off towards the red. Now, a big thing that we do when you start doing this, your tendency is you're going to want to walk past the red cone. So I think of, imagine there's a line from the red cone to the green cone at a diagonal. So if I scratch this line in the ground here, as I'm sending my horse, so I'll just send her around this cone again. So I send her around, invite her to me, and I'm going to send her to the green. Try not to walk past this line. Stay on the line till you get to the cone. Send them around. Invite them in. Change hands. As soon as you make the change, then you can come off the line. Now I'm coming to the next line, staying on it till she gets to the cone. Invite her to me. Have her go around. Then I can cross the line and move on to the next. She's crowding me a little bit, so I tap her on the shoulder and rib cage. I want her to send out. Now this last cone, I'm going to go all the way around it. I'm not going to stop or change direction on it. I'm just going to go all the way around it, right back to my green cone. So I'm on my diagonal line from the red to the green. Invite her in. Change directions, step up, and go to my new diagonal line from the green cone to the red cone here. Ask her around, invite her in, control that shoulder, So I'm not doing any disengagement here. As she comes around, I invite the front to me, and then I send the front off. Send the horse out and around, invite the horse to me, and ask the horse to step up and go. So now I'm starting to ask for a little bit of trot. See if she can maintain the trot as long as she can. Hopefully we can make it all the way around there. That's nice. So the last cone here, we just go all the way around it, right to the red cone. So there she kind of took off, so I sped my feet up a little bit. Invite her in, the stick goes underneath the rope, sending her off. So I want you to watch how I change my stick. So if my stick's back here, I point the handle to my hand that's on the lead rope, and then I just grab the handle. Now all I have to do is pull the stick through and open my hand and send the horse off this way. And I've got the stick, it's pointing more towards the horse's hind end. I just hand the handle to the other hand. I put it underneath here as I'm inviting in. So then all I have to do is open up my hands, send her off. So I can hand the handle to, invite her in, open up, and send her off. Because otherwise, you're going to be doing a lot of this sort of thing, and that's actually going to confuse your horse, or it's just real cumbersome. So stick it underneath, open, send her. Coming around, asking her all the way around, and we'll see if we can keep her trotting here most of the way. Change, send her on. Yes, that's pretty nice. Oh, so she doesn't change, so I just help her. Send her all the way to the green, around the green, and off to the red. Around the red, back to the green. Now this little exercise, there's a lot of things going on here, but it's really about, is the horse paying attention? Like this horse, I've never done this with, but I've done a lot of circling, lunge work, and just doing simple change from one direction to the other, and getting her really paying attention to my body. So this isn't a big deal for her to be able to just go out and go back and forth, change directions. So with this exercise, it's about, is the horse paying attention? When your life comes up, are they responding to that? When you invite, is the horse coming back in? Can you talk to the different areas? And the other big thing here is, do you have nice circles? Is the horse going around that circle, coming in? Do you have control over the shoulder? What a lot of people have trouble with is they send them off to the next cone and the horse is either pushing into them or running off. So it's about getting control. A lot of it's over the shoulders. So like I say, I'm not doing disengagement. It's more about, is the horse coming around, staying engaged, but moving that front around that hind end and going from one direction to the other direction. And over time, you're building up a better and better rhythm. So the whole time your horse can go from back and forth, keeping a nice rhythm going. So hopefully you enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next one.